are you?
Yeah, good evening, everyone.
Yes.
Good evening, PFM family.
Mm-hmm.
I hope you can hear me.
Yeah, go ahead. We can hear you. But we barely see you. Go ahead.
I hope you can
Go
hear me.
ahead.
Good evening, everyone.
Yeah, good evening.
My
So,
mega comrade.
yeah, the problem we are having a situation here. As an Ikubaka APC publicity secretary, PDP are running the book for a show. And I spoke with the PDP chairman before I resumed the show. And I told him that I'm bringing his boy, his PDP mobilizing coordinator back on the show, that I have some question. And he told me he was going to send a PDP member to join me. Maybe he will send me the phone number. As of now, I have not gotten any phone number. That is why I am talking now. So that is the situation we are now. PDP are running. What do you have to say about that as an APC member?
You know, they say a failure does not have a family. A failure does not have a family. That's the situation. I think they are ashamed to face the reality and they are ashamed to face those people. So, it's their party and it's their government. They can't deny that. So, it's better to come up with reality. I think that's the main problem. How we then start? What we then say? What we then tell the masses? You want to tell us that the governor you brought in, you did a background check? So that's a big failure on their own part.
Okay. So now the PDP chairman, state chairman, Dr. EDEGBE, wrote on his press release that they need to face the elephant in the room. Let me read it, if you can hear me.
I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay, let me read it. I'm not a politician. I just want a better society for my people. Quote, I am going to read what he said about the elephant in the room. The PDP Edo State Chairman, Dr. Anthony EDEGBE, he said, quote, the People Democratic Party, PDP, in Edo State is constrained to comment and react on the recent trend of party members, including some leaders making utterances that can only be described as reckless and careless, especially as leadership of the party has continued to explore ways to address the elephant in the room. Who is the elephant in the room? Why is he calling Governor Obaseki elephant or Philip Shaibu? Why? Go ahead.
You know, I will not blame the state chairman. The guy just survived a kind of a conduct. So it was by the grace of God and by the intervention of some people that came in. I think by now it would have been removed as the PDP chairman of the state. So with this statement you just read now, with the press release, you can see he gathered his words. He gathered his words. One is telling those that are willing to stop, because right now himself is in problem.
Okay.
No matter the situation, is the head of the party in the state.
Okay.
So no matter what happened now, at the end of the day, he's going to be held responsible. Because I know very soon something big might happen. Maybe the government might decide to leave the party tomorrow. People will ask him questions. Sir, before you brought in this man, do you do a background check? This man was in a party before he joined you. There was a bitter complaint from leaders of the party. But you feel that you want to attack a government and you say, come in. At the end of the day, everybody is willing. So the chairman himself is even guarding his head, because the elephant might crush him when... So the elephant might crush him step out of his man. So with the suspension he got the other time, that's why I say it takes the grace of God for him to come back as the state chairman of the party. So everybody is afraid of the elephant. It's not only him, even with the masses, we are afraid of the elephant. Because when you talk, maybe they'll destroy your house or they revoke your cell phone. So it's a kind of a government of I don't know how to put it. Government of oppress and oppress. So
okay. There is another thing that caught my eye on the press release. I put everything in order. I say when they bring PDP person, I want to ask the PDP publicity secretary all this question. Why would the state chairman listen? He said on behalf of the Edo PDP family, he said, quote, I appeal to our member across the state to keep their eyes on the ball. What is the ball? That is one. Do not be distracted. The party is aware of the internal challenges it faces. What are the internal challenges? PDP chairman. That is number one. And the mechanism have been put in place to finding a listing and acceptable solution. What is the acceptable solution? To allow GO to go or Deputy Governor Shaibu to go? What is it? I don't expect you to answer it. I want PDP to send their most smartest, formidable person to come and answer the question in PFN situation room. Go ahead, publicity secretary of APC.
I promise you, nobody will come. I just take my word. Nobody will come.
No, the chairman have told me they will send person.
Nobody will come.
Then he will go back on his word.
Yeah, I said nobody will come. Let him try. Tomorrow he will be suspended again. Nobody will come.
So if he sends someone, he will be suspended.
Wow! Right away. Right away.
Where is Edo State heading to now, Comrade OTAKPOLOR?
In a state of dilemma. So everybody is afraid of what might happen tomorrow. So this government will be described like that of Abacha era. So that is to tell you, Edo State, this government are taking Edo State backward with 20 to 30 years backward. A democracy where you cannot speak freely, a democracy where you cannot criticize the government of the day, and a democracy when you cannot tell Mr. Head, hey, Mr. Head, you are going wrong, because you might be victimized the next minute. So that's to tell you, that's the same thing that is happening to the state chairman. So I promise you that, I bet you that nobody will come and represent them on this show. They have failed. They have failed Edo State woefully. So what would they tell? What would they tell the other people? That they should be patient for the next 4 years? People have been saying Obaseki is just 1 year in office. Obaseki is 5 years in office and nothing to show for it. Good 5 years, nothing to show for it.
Comrade, God bless you. His Excellency, Rivers State Governor Wike, may the Lord Almighty bless you. I know you are watching. You saw what is going on in Edo State. Anti-corruption, anti-fraud political activist who happens to be, I see a comment saying, oh God, leave APC, leave PDP and face your APC. That is what they are writing now. I am an independent APC member. Independent. Give me a second. What I'm telling you, sir, I want you to call Edo State PDP chairman to send someone to come and answer the question we Edo in diaspora have. He have guaranteed me, he told me he's going to send someone. I'm begging you, His Excellency, Rivers State Governor Wike, to call him immediately and book for a day. I will give him any hours he wants to come and tell the good people of Edo State the reasons why Edo State up to now is in the state of, it's not even in coma. According to PDP member, he said he's dead. So we want to know why Edo State Library was sold. Are you aware of that, Comrade OTAKPOLOR?
You know, a government where nobody does not, be a government where the input of the public is not welcome. So every day you see different things just going on. You don't ask questions, because when you ask questions, you'll be victimized. When you ask questions, you'll be marked for oppressed. So the other day I passed through that place, I think everybody has vacated that property. So I don't really know. And in the next 4 years, the Supreme Court say is our governor for 4 years. So I believe that in the next 4 years, people will ask questions. People will ask questions.
I am going to ask you this question before we can watch this together. If you have time, if you don't have time, fine. My question for you now: why are they afraid to come to PFM Situation Room to discuss? Why?
I don't know. What would they say?
They turn off their phone. They turn off all their phone. Off. The whole phone is off.
That they brought failure to Edo State. That they have taken Edo State backward with 20. They taken Edo State backward for 20 years. During the time of the past administration of Comrade Ali Oshomole, Ali Oshomole made an attempt to sell Edo House in Lagos. Edo people said no. He listened to them. He backed up. But a matter of those states will not he will not even give you a listing here, so there's no need. So let's just be patient for the next 4 years. That's the only thing that we'll do. So it's what.
Okay, let us go ahead and if you have time, you can watch with us. Let's go ahead and play Philip Shaibu. Let me add it to it. Let's go ahead and okay.
No, they should read it the other way. That is a sign that even other parties
Of course, one is under my control at present. And again, like I told you, I'm into real estate. I have personal properties acquired, not through political money, because I've never held a position before. And it's all by God's grace. And strictly all my attention, 70% of my attention as far as business is concerned is diverted into real estate. Real estate is my real source of money. Even in Edo State, a lot of persons were scared, oh, if you speak, they will revoke your CFO. But I have lands in Edo State, especially in Benin City, which I know that no man, whether no matter the position the person is placed, can touch my property. It's not possible. I'm not one of those people they use their political vendors on. No, you didn't borrow me money to buy the land. I didn't steal money from you. I didn't infiltrate Edo State Force to buy the land. So why would you think that because you are the governor of Edo State, deputy governor, you are a commissioner, you will revoke my CFO? Was the government blind when they were giving me CFO? A CFO I got on my own right. I got and I paid for. I'm a taxpayer. So as a taxpayer, the government is owing me. And since they cannot pay, they should do what I am asking them to do, which is ameliorating the pains of the people. I'm not asking you to come and ameliorate my pain. So I'm asking them to ameliorate the pains of the people. And my offices are in Lagos and Abuja. And by the special grace of God, there is no part of Nigeria you want to get land that I cannot get for you. There's no part of Nigeria you want to get property secured that I cannot get for you. Aside that, I'm into resolution of land disputes. When my clients or others contact me, oh, I have dispute here, rather than going to court, I'll tell you, settle out of court. Let's go to the table. We have that lawyer said there's alternative dispute resolution. So in my own company, we also imbibe that we go out and then we work on that. Then we, of course, there's also another consulting company that I'm in partnership with, which is Work Edge. And so corporate training of multinationals, banks, and all the rest of the CEO of industries. We give them services, especially training of human capacity development. That's what we are really into. So politics is not really the main source of income. If you ask me the main source of income, sincerely, I have to be true with you. It's real estate.
Okay, that's good enough. That being said, I will be generous to allow you to release your business contact number for those that love you, for the courage you have taken to contact you if you are free to do that.
Of course.
Okay,
it's
go ahead.
090-55-2775. That's my direct line. You call me in the middle of the night, you call me at this time, I pick your call. It's also on WhatsApp. Again. So that's my direct line. That's my direct line.
Okay, as you all can hear me, this young man, he have went through a lot. I think I want you to be sure this is the number that is on the screen. I don't know if you can see it right there. Is that correct number?
Very correct. Very correct.
Okay. Thank you so much, commenter. Let's move forward. We are aware and we heard that a lot of things have been going on since you appear on this show, and we know that a lot of governors are watching right now. Is that true that there has been threat calls made to you since you came to this show?
Yes, I actually envisaged that, and if I said I wasn't expecting it, no, given to the caliber of people involved, so I know that some of their audience would make the calls for them or on behalf of them. And I think it was on Tuesday particularly, I got 4 different unknown calls. I wasn't perturbed, but I think I tried to school them because I know they were young men, and I asked them, the people you are making the calls on their behalf, have they given you 1 billion to better your life? Why do they tell you to go and take up responsibility that they cannot send their younger ones or their kids? You and I have the responsibility of reshaping and beautifying Edo State for the common good of all. Not just Edo State. If I don't get it right today, many society in Nigeria will get it right. And I told them, I said, well, in case you don't know, I'm fireproof. I don't run from threats. It shows you are a coward for hiding your number. Because if I want to call you, I don't think I will have my number to call MEGACOMRADE. I will have to open my line to call him, to tell him a man is calling you, or a woman is calling you. So when you are not hiding your face, it shows that first, you are a Lilliput, politically or otherwise. It shows that you are a dwarf, you are an intellectual dwarf, not being able to drive home your idea. You are hiding your identity. And they made all the calls, tell me they will do this, and I told them, at the point they made that call, I was in Edo State. And I told the person, I said, I'm in Edo State. Tell me where you are. I'll meet you up. Even if you are 50 or you are 30 or you are 300, I'll meet you up. Again, I have always grown. My dad makes me to understand that no man has the right to take another man's life. If God has not said it's your time, it's not going to be your time. I've received many threats before now, so these ones that are coming are nothing. As a matter of fact, he who God is behind need no fear anybody. There is no need to fear anybody. My hands are clean. My hands are clean. So there's no bloodshed on my hands. I don't belong to any cult group. I don't belong to anything. I've not killed. I've not maimed anybody. So if because I am saying the truth, I'm asking for a better life for my people who cannot speak for themselves, then you now think you want to lay a threat to my life. Go ahead. If you are the Almighty God, then go ahead. But I know that the man who sits in the heaven will just laugh at them and tell them, this is my anointed one. You can't touch him. My parents named me OMOBUMHE. So they need to go and ask for the meaning of OMOBUMHE. And when you said Emmanuel, you need to go and ask the meaning of Emmanuel. God is with me. So when God is with me, why would I be scared of little political boys who are making noise? For us, but there's anyone who at all who wants to be engaged in the service of the people, be ready. Your life will always be threatened. Your peace will be threatened. Everything about you will be threatened. But then how well you believe in your cause, you believe in what you are asking for, is what will make God and the people to back you. If the people of Edo State back you and they are praying for you, who else do you need to fear? I am aware that from the day I appeared on this program, a lot of persons have been on their knees, men, women, a lot of us have been coming in, elderly people of 80, 70, and close to 90, praying for me. So if those people are praying for me because they know what I'm saying is the truth, there is no need for me to fear. The calls are coming, and I'm still expecting more. I'm still expecting more. In this race, we are fireproof. We are generous. We are not scared of any battle. We scared nothing.
Okay, that's good enough. Comrade Umoru, can you tell us what is the situation of Edo State as a whole in general? Go ahead.
My stand still remains my stand. I have said it in the previous program, which was on Sunday, and I want to say it again. Edo State is on the standstill. Edo is stagnant. Nothing is working in Edo State. Take my word to the bank. Take it to Central Bank, you will get money. Take it to American Bank, you will get money. Edo State is stagnant. I am not apologetic about this. People know. Everybody knows that things are not working in Edo State. Two things make up government: security and economy. Which of them is working in Edo State? Two things. The number one responsibility of government is security, upon which every other development is crested. Once you don't have security, how do you have a thriving economy? So the answer is no. So I've said it again, and I'm still saying it over and over again. Edo is on auto pause. Auto pause. It is pause. Economically, it is pause. Academically or educationally, it is pause. In all ramifications of a state's life, Edo State is on auto pause. Edo State is stagnant. It's not moving forward.
Okay. There is a place where your party, the ruling party in Edo State, PDP chairman, Dr. Honorable Anthony Azegbeme, when he said that, I'm trying to bring out the exact quote. He said Edo State security, hold on, let me bring it out. I want to read it the way he said it. Okay, he said Edo State is as secure, that the security in Edo State is more better than any time in Edo State. But that is not exactly the quote. And I asked him, if you can help me, what is the exact quote of your PDP state chairman?
He said Edo State is peaceful, and that the governor has tried in many areas. Then he mentioned security. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that those were his words. Yeah, those were his exact words.
Okay, then I ask him. Go ahead.
Insecurity is called the governor high. But I know you want to know my reaction to that. My reaction is simple. the duty of the chairman is to uphold the ethics, the norms, the ethics, and of course, to unite the party and ensure that the party progresses and prosper in delivering the mandate that the people have rested their hope on. Yes, well, the answer the chairman gave was a political answer, and it's expected of all political parties. I don't expect the chairman to come out and berate the performance of his party or our party or, of course, the governor. It takes only people who of course, are in my own kind of shoe to respond as well. The chairman is the leader of the party, the #1 citizen of the party as far as the state is concerned, given by the Congress of 2020. But to be sincere with you, insecurity, I've said it before, Edo State is a battleground. A battleground in the sense that kidnappers are stronger than our security forces. If the chairman said Edo State is peaceful, and really insecurity, if Edo State is peaceful, one of our top leaders was kidnapped last week, and it was after 4 days we secured his release. We secured his release and we jubilated. If Edo State is peaceful, why will the top-ranking member of the People's Democratic Party stop?
I got it. Quote, your state chairman, Professor Anthony EDEGBE, I don't know if I call it right. He said, quote, oh my God, 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 oh my God. He said the successful hosting of the National Sport Festival that you people should concentrate and be telling people about the successful of the National Sports Festival that has been described as the most successful ever, and of course, the relatively peaceful and secure Edo State has become. I want to ask the good people of Edo State, is this chairman, is it connected with the people or is it living in the space? He's telling Edo people that Edo State is as peaceful as and secure state have ever been in the life. Is that true or false? Is Edo State as more secure today or more peaceful today than 8 years ago?
Edo State was more peaceful and secure 8 years ago than it is now.
So I want you to know, I asked the chairman, your PDP state chairman, this same question that I'm asking you. Then he said he's going to ask his state publicity to come and answer this question we Edo in diaspora have. That being said, let's move forward. What do you have to say about your state chairman and recent press release? Go ahead.
Shortly after the press release, I was on call with the state chairman, and I told him I wasn't happy. I don't know how to hide my feelings because of XYZ. No, I told him clearly that I wasn't happy with that release, and that you remember particularly you called me on the phone that day, and you drew my attention to that particular broadcast. And I told him, I said, press are calling on me, and they are asking, my submission and that of the chairman, they negate one another. The chairman is saying that the state is relatively peaceful. When you say relatively peaceful, it means that crime, kidnapping, or every form of crime is at a very minimal level. But that is not what it is. That is not what it is. I just told you last week, when the leader of the party was kidnapped, about 10 other persons were kidnapped that same day. About 10 other persons were kidnapped that same day. So a state that is relatively peaceful would not accommodate such a crime. It was during this administration, we had at the beginning of this year, we had ordinary, not just ordinary, we have classified robbery in GRA. I think there was a spot where there was this ATM attendant. The ATM attendant was shot dead, among others. So there's been pockets and series of events that have taken lives and property within Edo State. If Edo State is relatively peaceful, why are lecturers on strike? What are they doing at home? What are our students doing at home? When people are on strike, is that peace? Of course, that is not peace. That is infighting within the government and agencies under the government. Many polytechnics are closed down. Lecturers are begging, and every day they are writing and sending messages to the governor and to other agencies to release their salary. If Edo State is relatively peaceful, why would I be traveling from Auchi to Ekpoma, and Ekpoma to Auchi to Ekpoma, and Ekpoma to Benin? And I will not have peace of heart. I'll be on the road. Even when soldiers are on the road, these voices come out again to kidnap people at will. Many families have lost properties, selling off land to secure their base. Not too long ago, a young man wanted to get married, and the guy was kidnapped. It took the intervention of his company to pay the sum of 15 million naira for his ransom. If I'm not mistaken, either 15 or 45 million, if I'm not mistaken, but that was the range. They paid that amount. So when we say a state is relatively peaceful, it means the kind of security threat we'll be having will be pickpockets. Maybe somebody snatch your phone as usual in Ring Road, among others, which are stopped now. And what we are now having is classified and glorified threats on life and properties. So the state is not secure. The state is not secure. I have to be sincere with you. It's not. It's not.
Okay. Okay, we know that. The good people of Edo State know that. Recently, we heard that Edo State Library have been sold. As a PDP mobilizing coordinator, state coordinator, are you aware of that?
Yes. And that is one of my pains. And it beats me silly that the governor that we ascribe the word technocrat to will sell an educational facility for ShopRite to come and start their own company there. Are we not saying that the stomach is more important than education as at this time? When major solution to the national issues in advanced countries, we are getting their solution from their educational sector. We feel that ShopRite is to prescribe the solution to our societal decadence. You are selling up a library that will produce men with intellectual property that can advance this state. You are selling up a library that every seed of life will get experience and knowledge from for ShopRite to come. Need I to remind everyone, that same Aziz where the library is situated, which is Sapler Road, not too far away from Protea Hotel and from NMTC. If you go down the road, there is a junction called Dumes Junction. Those in Benin who are conversant with that route would understand that there is a land by that Dumes Junction, which the Comrade Governor Adam Somole proposed for the same site, the same siting of ShopRite. Why did they did block lane there? Why did ShopRite not continue from that point? Why did the governor not ask ShopRite to go and continue their project there? Why close down an academic facility where people go out for research? I want to remind you, sir, I've been to that library once. There are no knowledge in life that you want, that you cannot access in that library. So the government is now telling the next generation that education is not important, or education is for the rich. Is that what he's saying? I don't know where the governor and his team are sitting to think. You are selling up a library for ShopRite, and it's something we are not going to let it slide. We are not going to let it slide. There is a wind that is blowing now, and that wind, by the grace of God, is going to turn to a wild wind. And when it turns to a wild wind, the people of Edo State will make a statement not too long. And that statement is going to be very, very loud and clear. That the power of the people is greater than the people in power. We elected the governor. We are to tell the governor what we want, not the governor using his own mind to do what he thinks we want. He is getting it wrong. We are not in support. We are not. Years ago, it was the PDP administration that stopped Comrade Adam Somole from selling a Edo house in Lagos. Even when they said they wanted to pay billion, at least there was a tender for that. This one, there is no tender. Nobody advertised it, nothing. And the governor wants to put it on sale. Okay. We are going to address that issue. We are not going to let it slide. He's not going to have it. And anybody that puts money in that place, the person should just know that he has poured money into a well. And when you pour money into a well, it's difficult for you to recover it. So that particular place is not a well for those people, because Edo State property will not be sold. Not in our land. If we stop the government from selling what was not in our land, then the government is not coming to sell what is in our land. It's not possible. We are going to say no to it. We are going to stampede that sale. That transaction is dead on arrival already. They were to sign that paper yesterday, and they have not signed it. And I know that the governor wants to go ahead with signing it. But I want to put him on notice. Signing it is putting a door on a keg of gunpowder, because we are going to resist that sale at all costs. We dare surprise to destroy that building or to start surprise in that point. They will see. Because we have many cases to settle. That land will not go like that. It's not possible. The library is what we need there. Wherever they have evacuated the equipment there to, they should return them back. They should return them back. If Somali did not set the library, then nobody has the right to even set the library. If Comrade Adams did not see it as a right to set the library, he didn't see it as normal to set the library. Why would you, who said you are an economist, or you said you are classic, you are a technocrat, be selling an academic facility, a haven of knowledge? You are selling it off for surprise for another private company to come and be ripping off the people. It's not possible. The sale is dead on arrival. It's dead on arrival, sincerely.
Okay, I can tell you, Comrade Umoru, that the good people of Edo State are behind you. And so far, you can look at 1,000 people that are here right now. 98% are with you. And you have the backing of Edo in diaspora. And what is shocking to me is that we are not related at all. How come you have almost mega comrade blood? Can you talk about that? That is funny, though. When I look at you, I see you have, maybe you have been watching me for a long time. Go ahead, clear that.
Yes, I have been watching you for a very long time, and fortunately, even your former national chairman, Comrade Adams Oshiomhole, I once battled him in school. And one of the reasons is that when I trust people so much and I believe these persons can make a change in the society, which he truly did, and there's a negation from whatever they stand for, I tend to fight them. In school, I mobilized against Comrade Adams Oshiomhole, and just shortly after them, there was a time we blocked the road. I know you must have heard it. There was a time Comrade Adams Oshiomhole led administration sent about 10 trucks of mobile policemen to the road to take AAU students away in a 1-week-long protest. I was at home because that very day, the day to that day, I didn't go home on time. I got home around 1 a.m. and I slept. And as at 6 a.m., they said police are taking over. And my friends were scared of going there. I put on my jeans. That was the first time I was putting on jeans. I put on my jeans, put on my red t-shirt, and then I moved out. And everybody was saying, no, they will shoot you. They will do this. Move back. Of course, there was this, my big brother, who is a printer. I always produce most of my books from him. And the man said, Bob-Manuel will not go back. He said, Bob-Manuel go back. All of you should beat me. He said, Bob-Manuel will not go back. And he won't come back until he takes those policemen away. And sincerely, those who remember this event that I'm saying, if they are online, they will remember. When I was advancing and getting close to the road, 3 of the mopos knelt down and they were pointing the gun towards me. And one of them was counting. I will shoot at the count of 3. 1, I kept on moving towards him. 2, I kept on moving. 3, he didn't do anything. I got close to him. And I told him, I said, let me help you count again. And I told him, I said, before I count, look at these people. They are more than 5,000. And you here, you are not up to 500. I'll be the only one that will be shot dead before you release another bullet again. Maybe you have not heard of ECPOMA. They will bring all of you down, and then the state will have a mass barrier. I said, let me count. After the count of 3, if you don't shoot, you are in problem. 1, 2, 3. He didn't shoot. Then I knocked down his gun. I said, officer, I said, you are a coward. If I were in your shoe, I count 3 for you, I will shoot you because I'm already on uniform. I said, perhaps you don't know what we are saying. My school fees is not higher than your 3-month salary. That is what they are saying. And I faced the student. I said, student, why are you scared? He counted 3 and I counted 3 for him. And today I'm still alive. As I count my own 3, all of you took to the road. Before I call 1, all the students rushed to the road. Every policeman with their van, they all ran off. And that was there. Then we were the union went to negotiation table. And of course, we had the school fees reversed. Why? Back to the question you asked. I was trained to understand that injustice cannot swallow justice. No matter how big that injustice is, and no matter how small the justice is, injustice cannot swallow up justice. My father told me the day you don't stand for the people, that day you have sold your right, you have sold your dignity, and you are worse than a dead man. There is no reason to be alive when you cannot stand to speak your mind. Well, the man, let's take the governor and myself. What is the difference? He's the governor of Edo State. I elected him to be there. Without my vote, without your vote, would he be sitting there? The answer is no. So who is paying each other's bill? We bought the vehicle he's driving. We are the one taking care of what he's eating daily. We are the one clothing him. We are the one. So it's more or less like a servant. If I have a house help, I'm paying the bills of that house help. I'm paying the salary of the house help. Is the house help not greater than me? This is the thinking I want Edo people to understand. That Governor Obaseki, Commissioner Shaibu, or any man in place, they are not higher than us. They are first our servants. This is the thinking every Edo State must have. And that is why you must ask questions. And that is why I'm questioning the governor to tell us the rationale behind the sale of an educational facility, which is library. Failure to do so is going to make the worst and the strongest, the heatest protest in the history of Edo State and Nigeria. And that time is coming. With the time is very, very quick.
All right. You have a lot of fans here now. A lot of people here, almost 99%, if not 100%, suddenly behind you, strongly behind you. I wish I can keep up with the comment. And everyone, a lot of them, sorry for the sweating. I wish we were in America because you can see me. I'm not sweating right now. I hope one day I might invite you. You will come and join me in protest in Washington, D.C. One day it's going to happen. All right. So let's move forward. Yeah, that is on it's on program. Okay. Love you.
that has been coming in for these past 10 months, what has it been used for? Is it buying filling stations, building of estates, among others? We want to know why Edo is stagnant. We want to ask questions why they told us that Edo Best House has distributed facility for our children, our brothers, our sisters, and yet our school environment look like graveyard. I follow the governor to many of the communities, particularly Owa West and Owa. There are communities in that houses that don't have secondary schools. The best they have is primary school, maybe a building or two. And right in my presence, in the presence of this person, the governor promised that within 6 months, he's going to start building secondary schools and that. And these persons are calling me directly. I can give you the number of one of them. Ask him if there is a community in his school. He called me 2 days ago. He said he watched the program online, and he called to remind me that the governor has not started the work on building a secondary school in their place. That they want their own children to go to school the same way we are schooled. That are we depriving the children of access to education? So most of these things that are sports and order that are not working in the state, as regards the State House of Assembly being, despite the fact that it's subsidized, fine. We have advised the governor to set up an advisory council. So all of these burning issues that have put the state on a standstill, that has made governors look as though it's the most difficult task on earth, are the things we want to address. And that protest is not something the governor should take lightly. And I'm aware the way they used to address it, they will go and empty barracks, empty police stations. Please empty that day. You cannot kill the owner of land. You can't kill landlords. It's not possible. Edo people are the custodian of the state. So we are trooping out a mass in November. The date will be fixed just very soon. And then we are taking to the street to tell the governor and to tell the world to please tell our technocrats to kindly begin the work of governor.
Okay.
So a lot of governmental are key into this, and then it's going to be massive. It's going to be massive. It's going to be massive.
Okay, we're going to be there. We're going to send our channel crew over there to cover the protest live, and I believe you all will be able to provide the security for them. That aside, and by the grace of God. Okay, and I'm sorry, it's really bad in Nigeria. No electricity, and you are sweating really hard. We talked about Edo Best the other time that it was a scam. Airport is a scam. What about Oshomo power plant? What is the situation?
Oshomo power plant is not a Edo State owned property. It's a public-private partnership.
Okay.
Yes, it's public-private partnership, and we cannot lay, in all sense, we cannot lay claim to a very high percentage. I don't say percentage in it, share percentage in it is below 10. So it's not something that those people can lay claim to. Of course, the good initiative. Why it has not started working, and why it's still on? It has. They said they wanted to flag off the other time. What is holding them? These are most of the questions we need to ask, because if it's functioning, most of our youth and men will get employment there, including women, and those citizens will be gainfully employed in that place. But I think it's at the pause, and we want to dig into why it's at the pause.
Okay, I think the viewer want to know the date of your protest. Can you go ahead and give them the date?
Okay, we said it's November to be remembered, but precisely we are thinking of 12th of November. If there's going to be a change, the public will know. If there is no change, the public will still know. But tentatively, we have fixed the 12th of November. It's a date of history. The 12th of November, with the people of Edo State, we are coming out en masse to demand what is right, what is just, and everything. It is our social responsibility to ensure that government performs, irrespective of political affiliation. If my father is the governor of Edo State and we are in the same party and he's not performing, be sincere to myself, I would question him. I will.
Okay, the fans want to know about the situation of Asahegbe Okpere Road. Are you aware of that?
Asahegbe Okpere Road. I don't know the development now, to be sincere, so that I don't give them the wrong information. But there is no road in Edo that houses any contractor now. Contractor are out of the road.
Okay, that's good enough. Let's go to the next one. if you are actually, if the governor is watching, they all watch you, and you are I want you to know you are a nightmare to them, to the PDP elite party. You become I am going to use this word. I don't know how they let you out. Who let the dog out? Woo, 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 woo. You heard about that version. So they have let the dog out, and the dog is barking. He's barking with no stop. So now you have run wild because you are tired of the situation in the state, and you have come out to tell the leader enough is enough. Now, if the state governor, Governor Godwin Obaseki, if he decided to bring you in and eventually appointed or give you an appointment, will you take up the call to serve with the governor? Yes or no?
For two reasons, the answer is no. I won't.
Wow. If I may ask, why? What is the reason?
Number one, I'm very, very much aware that the governor does not take advice. And I hate to work in an environment where I cannot make input. Yes, I have a lot in me that I want to put out. I work with people who are receptive. And the governor does not take advice. The only advice he takes is from his deputy governor, who has just far led him very close to the pit and is hoping to push him into the pit via his ill advice. I would not want to work with the governor just because of that. That's number one. Number two, I'm a student of history. I study history very well. When you have opposed a certain government, what they need to do is they will look for how to discredit you before the people. And I'll give you reasons. I told you about EDEGBE. I told you the woman there, she is not a figurehead. Billions are flying in and are flying out. She doesn't know what is happening there. She doesn't know. I want to draw your attention back to one of the Nigeria very great leader, Tai Solarin. You remember when he was always antagonizing President Babangida way back. And then I think it was Allstate Bank. Babangida handed over to him. He handed over his parasata to him. Then he brought in many hawks under him. So he will be at the front and be busy claiming to be working. Why is busy working? The hawks are busy embezzling the money. And after some time, they called for the probing of the sector that he was asked to handle. And they discovered that billions have been carted away. And that alone rubbish the man. So they could say, oh, Bob-Manuel, come, we need your expertise, we need your this. Come and do this, come and do that. And then you sit there, you are happy, you have been appointed, and then they bring in their political hawks to help them cut away the people's commonwealth under you. And then who are you going to give account to? The people. And then the people begin to ask, oh, Mr. XYZ, when you were not in government, you were forming to be holier than thou, you were forming this. Look at XYZ parasata that was handed over to you, all these little contracts or assignment that granted you, and then you rubbish it. So I think whether we like it or not, the time of the governor is ticking. 2024 is just like tomorrow, and we pray that God gives us life. He will be out of office. And let me give you this point. Days ago, somebody I respected so much, a father, we were talking on the phone, and then he drew my attention to what happened at the airport. The former governor, the immediate past governor of Delta State, was at the airport with lots of bags. He was sitting alone. No mopo, no PA, nothing. He was alone. Nobody recognized him. Nobody branched to say, Your Excellency, how are you, this and that. Your Excellency bows out of office with you the day you also bow out of office. That title is just a camouflage. It bows out. And at the end, you know you are now left to society. The people who now come to surround you are the people who have believed in you, who felt, oh, this man has delivered. Oduoga was alone. It was just when he came down from the flight, he was about entering, that somebody out of just courtesy, maybe well brought up person out of courtesy, so let me even help him among others. So 2024, His Excellency will be out of office, and a government who truly would appreciate my work and my contribution will be in place. I am not in a hurry to take any appointment now from the governor. I can't contest election. Fine. Contesting is different from taking an appointment. I'm not ready to take appointment from him for that two reasons I've given.
Okay, we heard you. And there is a point you make there. You said the governor is very close to the pit. I can't remember how you said it. And the deputy governor is very ready to push him to fall on the pit. Can you explain that to the good people of Edo State?
Yes, ready to fall to the pit because what makes a leader is when you take sound decision. You take decision and you are sound. And the governor is weak. He's a weakling in taking decisions. And he listens to too many advice of his deputy. And most of these advice are pushing him towards the pit. The deputy governor has pushed him to the point that he has gotten to the pit. And the place he's standing now is just for him to give him another advice and push him to the pit totally. And those states is on total lockdown. And then the people will now revolt. And then the only thing that will now happen is for the presidency to declare those state of emergency. Because when it comes to that point that you cannot again, you cannot again deliver the dividends of democracy or the promises of your campaign, the people will rise up like wildfire and revolt. And when they revolt, there is two things. It's either it consumes you or it's managed. If it's not well managed, it's going to consume you. If it consumes you, the federal government have no option than to evoke an emergency rule. And that emergency rule is state of emergency. And Edo State is right for state of emergency, sincerely. It's right for the governor to step aside and the military administrator comes in to rule for 6 months or 3 months once the sanity returns to the state. A state where the people cannot sleep, House of Assembly is not functioning, local governments are not functioning, commissioners are not on seat. So what makes it a government? This is just like, are we not calling it a political monarchy system, or we are calling it a political emperor system or empiric system? So these are the things we need to understand. Edo State is very, very rich in mineral resources. I need to tell you that Edo State has gold in her land. Edo State has silver in her land. Edo State has some of the best stones in her land. Edo State has crude oil in her land. And our people are still struggling with poverty. And then you now tell me that the governor of the day is a technocrat. What makes you a technocrat when you cannot harness the God-given natural resources? You keep signing MOU upon MOU. You have signed more than 30 MOU or 50 MOU since the beginning of the administration, and not one or two is visible today. So that is why I said the deputy governor is pushing him. Rather than the deputy governor push him to achieve the mandate of the campaign that was given to him, the mandate of the election, the deputy governor is pushing him to have structure, to conquer the structure of PDP. And the governor doesn't know that it's not even for his own advantage, because sincerely, the governor doesn't need the structure of the party. Why does he want the structure of the party when he's vying out of office in less than 3 years? That is one. He's vying out of office in less than 3 years. You want the structure of the party. The reason the deputy governor is pushing for the structure of the party is because he has a gubernatorial ambition. He wants to become the next governor of Edo State. And alas, it is a dream that is dead on arrival. It cannot work. By pendulum, by zoning pendulum, the pendulum is switching and is swinging to Edo Central. By calculation, Edo Central is going to produce the next governor in 2024. And the deputy governor is busy hustling and fighting with all his strength just for him to become governor. Alas, it's going to be an insult on the intelligent people of Edo State for the deputy governor to contest for president, for governorship of the governorship seat of the state. Are we that daft? Does it mean that we don't have people again? 8 years in the House of Assembly, you went to spend a year plus at the Federal House of Reps. You are not going to spend 8 years as deputy governor, and then the state is not progressing under you, and you still want us to take another eternal risk by handing over the state to you. I think it's a clear message. The deputy governor should wake up from his sleep. He is not going to get it, no matter how he flies, no matter how, he is not going to get it. So that dream is dead on arrival. The pendulum is swinging to Edo Central. That is the Eastern people. Yes, it is their turn after Governor Obaseki to rule. Alas, the two persons who are even doing all this job is the SSG and, of course, the deputy governor. The SSG haven't been denied the opportunity at the first time when the ticket was now handed over to Governor Godwin Obaseki. He's doing his best. Within Governor Godwin Obaseki, he wants it to be in Edo South. Meanwhile, the leaders of Edo South are also swinging the ticket to Edo Central because they want justice to reign. Edo South doesn't want to say, oh, because we are majority, the ticket to be with us. No, they believe in fairness. I've spoken to many of the leaders, and they begin to feel like that, no, we have heard for 8 years, let it go to Central. After Central, we can then begin to think of Edo North. And even when it gets to Edo North, God keeping us alive and giving us health, the deputy governor is not qualified to contest for that position intellectually.
Wow.
It's going to be a waste of resources. It's going to be a waste of destiny for Edo State to bring Shaibu to become the governor of Edo State for 4 years. It's going to be a colossal waste of opportunity. It's going to be a colossal waste of resources. You will not know what the money is being spent on. You will not know. There will be no single development, no single one. And there will be no opportunity for the people to earn. So that's the reason why I said what I...
God bless you, comrade. Do we know how Edo State money being spent right now as His Excellency Governor Obaseki as a governor? Do you know how Edo State money is being spent now?
Sincerely, I don't know how it is being spent. But what I know is that if the money is being spent properly and appropriately, it's being judiciously used, the lecturers in the AAU will not be sending messages to me that I should plead with my governor to please pay their allowances, salaries, and other monetary values that are owed them. Then if it is actually so, if the money is being used judiciously, there is no reason why the state has to be insecure. Like I told you, we can bring in neighborhood watch, train our vigilantes, give them uniform, and keep them as though they are policemen. Give them new vehicles, not when you see a kidnapper is driving a Range Rover Jeep or driving sophisticated cars, and you are giving the vigilantes Sienna to do what? You are giving them pickup to do what? You buy sophisticated cars to battle this. Like giving to the technocrat that they said he is. Giving to the technocrat they said he is. He should have traveled to Dubai. He should have traveled to the United States, to Canada. Recently, he just came back from the United States. What are the facilities in terms of vehicles that are used to chase insurgents, kidnappers, armed robbers, and bandits? Is it Sienna, old ones that are third hand or fourth hand value? No. So I don't know what the money is being used for, because I know that the agricultural sector is not working. There are no commissioners in the state that will say, okay, each ministry is having a budget to run. No. The transport system is down. Everything is just running abnormally. And I don't surviving by the grace of the retail private sector.
Okay. God bless you. Good enough. The reason why I ask you that question, when you said if Shaibu become a governor, no one will know where the money goes, state money goes. Right now, we don't know where the state money goes. I want to ask you this. Normally, state revenue are being directed to a government bank entity. And we are hearing information about a new bank in Ring Road. I know you don't live in Benin right now. Currently, you are not in Benin. Are you aware of this private owned, a bank without branch, branch in anywhere? Can you tell us, enlighten us about that?
Global. What do you call it? The name of the bank is Global.
Is that not Plan Well or another scheme bank?
I will respond to you when I have full details about the bank. I think presently I have 50%, so I shouldn't share update information.
That's good enough. Can my fans write the name of the bank again? He just said it. Go ahead, one more time.
Globus Bank.
Globus.
Yes.
Okay, Globus Bank. As a PDP ruling party member, why would Edo State revenue be redirected to Globus Bank that we have nothing, no connection with? We don't know who is managing it, who is the owner of the bank, how the bank came existent. We don't know. Is it not the fault of PDP that they brought a government that continued to scam and cook the book and eat without no trace in Edo State?
Sorry, it is not the fault of PDP for anything. Like
I have your video here, sir. I have a video there where you stated that the governor of Edo State and his deputy were in a wilderness. The PDP party, they were left in the wilderness with no home to call. PDP party rescued them. You said it. Is that correct, sir?
Yes. I did. And
does PDP let me tell you, with that, does PDP don't have a way to share the blame? Everything should not be in Obaseki's head. PDP has to be blamed for giving them a platform to continue to scam and bamboozle the good people of Edo State for another 4 years. Go ahead. Go.
Thank you. I will respond to you in all honesty. About the bank, you know, he who attacks must also carry the burden of proof. Like I told you, I've gathered information about the bank, and I've gotten 60% of the information. And that is not, I don't like scoring C in exams. I like scoring A. So that when you dig and dig and dig, you will know the facts I've given to you. They are facts and nothing but the truth. I'm going to, by the grace of God, round up my research about that bank. And I will tell you A to Z how the bank came about, who the stakeholders of the bank are, who the board of trustees are, what the bank was stated to do, what the money was realized from. But for now, if I make any claim, if I say anything,
okay, good enough. Yeah,
I want to discredit
good enough. Can you promise the viewer right now, thousands people watching you, thousands? Now, can you promise them that you will go and conduct your investigation as the people man? Now, you are now the masses' hope in PDP. I want you to know that. You are now the masses' hope in PDP. That we hope PDP-led administration to their feet to deliver what they promised to the good people of Edo State. Can you come back to this people's PFM situation room and tell us what you saw, what your finding is? Yes or no?
Of course, of course. Information is power. You see, the trend of corruption in Nigeria is because we overlook one and another one builds up. We overlook the two and another builds up. You get the point. I am not like that. When I see one and I have a finding, I tailor it directly. I am going to investigate that bank. I will conclude my investigation on the bank in no time. And I will exonerate who needs to be exonerated, and I will indict who needs to be indicted. And if possible, at the right time, don't forget, whoever is involved, if the person is in government and the person is having immunity, I will wait for the immunity of that person to elapse and then institute a legal case against the person. And if the person is not in government and I trace the fund to be part of Edo State, I will call on EFCC, I'll call on all relevant anti-graft agencies to expedite action in investigating such a person, and I'll bring the press into it, I'll bring the public into it, so that the court of the public and the court of the common man, which is the Nigerian court, can have a say in the matter as to if the money was judiciously used or the commonwealth of the people wasn't judiciously used. So as for now, I wouldn't want to give the people half-baked information. I am not trained like that. I'm a social scientist, a political scientist, so we are detailed in our information. Once we get facts, we publish.
Okay, good enough. We thank you. And I saw some comment here. They say, Bob, you should be very sure that your property have genuine of C of O. Otherwise, Governor Godwin Obaseki will come after you immediately you leave this PFF situation room. What do you have to say about that?
Yes, I appreciate the love of the people towards me, and especially in securing my property. You can go to bed, go to sleep. Nothing under heaven can snatch away my property. Not even the governor. Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing.
And another one said, you are the hope of PDP in Edo State. Do you believe what the masses are now telling you? Calling you the hope of PDP in Edo State. What do you have to say about that?
Yes, I believe that, and you ascribe that title to me because you have felt that that this guy is being sincere. Within the week, somebody took on me on social media. I don't answer criticism because I love criticism. You know, sometimes 90% criticism are always not true. So I love it, and I am always careful not to criticize people because once I get that information, I bring this out as genuine, and the reaction of people is what I always want to look at. On criticism, it is welcome, and for the hope, being the hope of the masses, I will remain in that just cause to fight for the masses. And I have believed within me. I have seen the program of PDP. The PDP remain the best party in Africa to tailor the demands of the poor, common man, the demands of the poorest of the poor to be adopted. And because of that hope that has been rested on the shoulders of PDP by the masses, I have taken an oath by myself, between me and God, and a covenant to stand by what is right. I have come to know one thing. If you say the truth, you will die. If you tell lies, you will die. If you speak, you will die. If you keep quiet, you will die. So why would I not say the truth? And I have not seen any man that is greater than God. I will not, because of the fear of a man, begin to tell them that XYZ is not true, XYZ is true. No. For those of the people who have already vested their hope and interest that Bob-Manuel, Umoru is their hope, the hope of the common man to speak to Godwin Obaseki, even if it is in the same party with me, I will not let you down. I will not let you down, because a lot of persons have given up in government. You are not going to give up in government. The only thing I want to tell you is this. MEGACOMRADE is in the United States today. America had her challenges many years ago. Over 300 to 400 years ago, they had their challenges. But where they are today, they are our envy. We envy them. Same thing with Canada, same thing with China, same thing with advanced nations of the earth. I don't think Nigeria is going to advance to that point where other countries will begin to jealous of, so to say, by the rich mineral resources that we have. We have 49 discovered mineral resources. Unfortunately, most of those in government don't know, but that is what Nigeria has, 49 discovered mineral resources. Edo State has about 9 discovered mineral resources. Unfortunately, none of them has been annexed. None of them has been marketed. We're only having MOU. But be sure that we are going to deeply represent you. And in doing that, I'll keep speaking the truth and nothing but the truth. I'll keep speaking the truth to power. I'll keep speaking the truth to power, because power does not belong to those in government. Power belongs to you that is looking at me. Power belongs to you that is typing. Power belongs to you that keeps on voting. Power belongs to you that they've refused to tie road for. Power belongs to you that they have refused to build schools for. Power belongs to you that they have refused to build the best of hospitals for. If the governor is sick today, doesn't stay in a hospital, he flies abroad for the governor the impression that they were the one in charge of the structure of PDP in Edo State. And then the governor gave them money, including the national chairman. They formed a group like that, held him down and slapped something good out of him. On getting to the state, he discovered that this person was travelers, political travelers, that their reign in the party was in the past. It has gone. Now there are new lieutenants and there are new commanders in the party. And these persons have taken the responsibility to do what is right. Now, on knowing that those ones, that they are not the one in charge of the structure of the party in the state, he now started negotiating with the true leaders of the party, which now happens to, which brought about the Port Harcourt Accord, where I said he was on his knees. And I'm not making an apology on that. It is true. He was on his knees himself with the deputy on tears, and then the people who negotiated with them negotiated single things. PDP stood our ground that the deputy governor must step down for us to produce the deputy if we have to save Godwin Obaseki. And the governor was feeling that the deputy has passed through a lot with him. It will be unfair for him to abandon him and use him as a political scapegoat or as a political battering point, trade by batter point now for his own second term. He pleaded with the party, and it was in that place they had a gentleman agreement. The governor and the deputy will go. PDP will produce the SSG and the chief of staff. I want you to follow me. Then we are not going to have. You said?
It's okay.
Okay. He said you have answered his question. He said you have answered his question. He's satisfied.
I understand you. Listen to me, please. It's okay. I understand you. What you are saying now that the political groups in PDP impose the governor Obaseki on the PDP in Benin, in those states, because they are the upper hand. But you remember vividly, you just said that PDP is the best political party in Africa. So what will you say about that? And they are collecting money. The gurus in Abuja are collecting money, imposing governor on the PDP in Benin. And when they already have their candidate.
Yes, let me give you what I meant by that.
How would you respond to that?
I was coming to that question. Go ahead. Yeah.
I don't want to mention names. Like I said to you, I don't want to mention names.
Go ahead.
Yes, mention names. These persons were former elected officers, former appointees of the party. They are far above 50 and 60. I want you to get that.
They have lost their 60.
They have lost their political relevance. But given to their former positions they were holding, it makes the governor to believe that they are still in charge of the state. Meanwhile, the state is already in control of another structure. Don't forget, Chief Dan Osiobi was the immediate past state chairman, and he conducted the last Congress. And by political position that he is today in the party, is the one in charge of the South, is the chairman of the South, which invariably is the deputy national vice chairman.
Okay. That's good enough. We heard it. Let's take another call. Sorry, brother. Let's take another call. Maybe, can you take 2 or 1 more call?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Caller, where are you calling from and what is your name? Please lower the volume there. Go ahead. Okay. Unfortunately, he did not listen. We're going to take 1 more call or 2 more call. He has to go to where he's going. We have to respect that, and we applaud him. He already gave his number out. If you are in a real estate, myself, I will buy property from him, and I will tell him to help me look for some property. These are genuine people, not those fake criminals that claim they are real estate. So his number is out. I will tell you to help me look for some house that I can buy, can destroy in a good area. Then I'll build what I want to build on it.
Without pleasure, I'll make that available for you.
In Lagos, not in Edo State.
Anywhere. Edo State is able secure.
Okay, that is it on that one. So that being said, the calls are coming in. As it comes, it's cutting off. So there's nothing I can do about that. He has a place he got to go. He have done his best. I am going to go ahead and release him and let him go. while we play how it all started. I'm going to let you all watch it. So, Comrade Umoru, go ahead.
I have 10 minutes.
Okay. He said he has 10 minutes. So let's pick up the next call. Go ahead, engineer. I think you've been trying to call in since. You know, for some reason, these people, they keep, let me help him out over here. Okay. Let's see how we can help him out. Maybe he's trying to get in and the call are not going through. My good people of Edo State, Engineer Francis Olubo, how are you? Go ahead.
I'm fine, sir. Good evening, sir.
Yeah. Damn, they keep cutting in. Hold on, hold on. What is this guy want to say now? Engineer, go ahead. Can you hold on, please? Let one person speak first. Go ahead, engineer.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening. Go ahead.
Yeah, good evening, our brothers from Nigeria. God bless you, sir. We have been watching you in PFM. Welcome to PFM room. And
oh God, goddamn! Can you just hold on? Allow the engineer to finish, please.
Let me call direct.
Okay, go ahead and call direct. Okay. I'm sorry, comrade. That is how it is in Europe. Doing diaspora. They want to come home, but they are just the situation in Edo State right now. It's a dying situation.
For them to come now. It's not advisable.
Okay. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, lower the one you are using to watch me, please. I told you earlier, before you call, lower it. I don't want this video to be 4 hours because I'm directing you how you will do your phone. Please lower it. When you call me, then you ask the question. That will be fine. Because you got to go to a place right now. You can see he's sweating over there. There's no electricity. He's using his generator, spending his money to fight for you. In order for you to have a better place to stay when you come home. And right now, Edo State is in a state of not even, it's not in coma. It's in a state of no return. How do we arrive here is the problem. Yeah, go ahead. Your name and where you are calling from.
Good evening, sir. My name is Engineer Francis from Germany.
Okay, go ahead, engineer.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, our brother from Nigeria. God bless you, sir.
Thank you, sir. You're welcome.
There's something I want to add to what you are saying. We have been watching you, and you are really a mega. There is what a MEGACOMRADE said, like a brother. MEGACOMRADE always saying it. If you keep MEGACOMRADE, more mega will be coming. At the end of the day, I didn't expect that person that have heart like this in that country or have experience like this. There is something I want to ask. How can local government function when there is no local government? How can the state function? Because when the way I know it, if our governor have a project in the eastern land, like Ekpoma, from the southwest local government, okay?
Wow, that's good.
If you have a project from Ward 8, have a project in Ward 8, who is going to be monitor that project? Is that not the local government council that will be giving information to the government?
Of course. That's also be their function. They interwove. You see, yeah, I said that's also supposed to be their function if they are delegated to do it by the state government. Again, the ministry in charge, the governor could say the ministry in charge to do the supervisory work. And don't forget, every local government is supposed to have annex of the state government in them. The local government not functioning now is a big disadvantage to governance in Edo State. It's a big disadvantage to governance. Many of the local government staff, as a local government chairman, you want to do your best to pay salaries and allowances. Presently, many of the local government staff are not even receiving salaries as at when due. They are not receiving it. So local government is even the engine room or the engine heart of governance in any state or in any nation. But how be it, the ones who are ruling Nigeria or ruling the state do not even know that 80% of their development, of their success will be achieved if local governments are empowered. When you have a governor who pays attention to local government system in his state, you'll see a governor who will excel in all fronts, because the economy we are talking about does not just live in the sky. It's not abstract. The economy is day-to-day activity that has to do with trade, buying and selling. And these things take place in locations which are called local government, communities. So now that local government is not functioning, what is the indices of measuring and ensuring that economic activities is on the rise? Who is going to administer the day-to-day running of the local government? Is it the head of service who has a limited role? So sincerely, governance is at a standstill because local government is not functioning. Government is at a standstill because commissioners also are not in place. The local government and the state government are to work pari passu. They were to work together. You know, they have their different functions, but you cannot override or throw off the importance of local government. So it will be difficult to administer the local area without the local government. Yes, the governor could cite a project in any local government and not even ask the local government chairman to monitor or to supervise it. But if the local government chairman feels something that is happening within is substandard, he has the right within the constitution. He has the right as a citizen in that local government to cry foul. But because they are not in place, you cannot even talk. The question is, even when they are not in place, which project is going on in the state? There is no project going on. If the governor is working, if it's online, it should tell us which of the project is actually, which of the local government is actually passing through a phase of development, either by ongoing project or other.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Sir. You know, there is one thing I want to draw your attention for. You know why I know that this government, they are so wicked? The day of Obaseki election day, during time of election, I saw a very big room where there was computer, there was counter to monitor the whole election. Are you aware about that? Do you see that room?
Computer room?
During the election, Governor Obaseki showcased his cyber specialist, war room.
Yes. I'm aware. There was
okay, what is the room used for? What is the room used for? As a PDP member.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, we can hear you loud and clear, better.
Okay. The room was used to collect information from various units within the wards and the local government. It's like just like we have situation room now. Somebody in Germany just called, somebody in this just called. So, for example, in Esako Central, Ward 1, Ward 2, all the wards, the various units in those, as they are receiving their results, they are sending. As the people are being accredited, they are to take shots of photographs or videos to send to the situation room to tell them the report as it is on the field. It wasn't for election rigging or anything. It wasn't. To a large extent.
Okay. Give me a second, engineer.
Okay.
Let me quickly come here.
Okay. You know,
please.
You know what I'm asking this question? Huh?
Let me quickly come here. Please, guys, if you are watching PFM for the first time, go ahead and subscribe to our channel. Follow us on Instagram and everything. Follow Comrade Umoru as well. We have 1,000+ watching since almost 3 hours now. And unfortunately, we have like 360 likes and 8 people said they don't like it. I want you to, if you like the program, go ahead and hit the like button in order to secure the video. Do that. So go ahead, engineer.
You know why I'm saying this? Because you just mentioned that our governor just came from Europe, maybe came from America.
From US,
so,
yeah.
If a governor can have opportunity to create this room, kidnapper will be going on in Edo State, and the people will be calling, demanding for action. And we have a little state, Edo State, things like this, a room like this, we couldn't keep it. To even have some places in Edo State to monitor what is going on, to have a security in the community. And you don't see that those people, they are so wicked if they can do this only election time. Because in Europe where I live here, I don't think you can call someone in 30 minutes and you'll be demanding for ransom. And when you are calling with a mobile phone and your location, they must know where you are calling from. And we have the opportunity in Edo State to do it, because I knew when I was in Edo State in Easter, I drove with map, with Navi, you know. If you just put you are going to GRO, Investor Hotel, it will just guarantee you. Every GPS is working. Am I lying?
Okay. Let me quickly respond to that. If you follow from beginning, you see, I have spoken on security. I am not an expert in security, but I'm giving a layman advice. But let me give you this simple fact. Let's assume that monthly now is 900 million on the minimum for security votes, and on the maximum is 950. Let's round it. Let's put it on the average of 900 million. In 10 months, we have 9 billion. I don't want to talk about 4 years or anything. In 10 months, you have 9 billion. The rest extra 2 months, we give you 1.8 billion. Add it to 9 billion, you'll be having 10.8 billion. So summarize, that's almost 11 billion. Mathematically, it's 11 billion. Let's assume of this 11 billion, we decide to spend 3 billion on security. As a student in secondary school, I got the opportunity of being close to the former governor of Kogi State as a student. I was one of the outstanding students in my secondary school days. And then when he came to school, we had the opportunity of having a handshake with him. And then we started building our hopes and dream. That man did something that saved the lives and property of Kogi State people. At a point in time, Kogi then was bedeviled by armed robbers. They will not just rob you and leave you. They will rob you and shoot you. They'll kill you instantly. What did this man do? As at then, the allocation of Kogi State was nothing compared to what Edo State was having. What did this man do as a governor? This man purchased 3 helicopters. That's Prince Abubakar Audu. Got 3 helicopters, got policemen equipped, and guess what he did? He bought over 500 transformers and distributed around Kogi State. And that is why there's no how you want to count 3 states in Nigeria that have uninterrupted power supply. You will call Kogi State. December here, I paid a visit to my dad. 2 weeks I spent with relatives in Kogi State. I know how many weeks we spent without power failure. Now, if you take 3 billion and you invest in security, let's assume 3 billion. I don't know the cost of helicopter now, about our brothers and sisters overseas.
Okay, they are even satisfied. I don't know, your time is out. Can we take one more call, or you can go to where you are going?
Okay, let's take one and then okay. I can.
Engineer, God bless you. Let me quickly take this.
Let me leave.
All right, all right. Hello, caller, where are you calling from? Go ahead.
Hello.
Yeah, caller, where are you calling from? And your name?
Yeah, I'm calling from Frankfurt, Germany. I just have one simple question.
Okay.
For this, my brother, Mr. Emmanuel.
Go ahead.
Yeah, is PDP in Edo State corrupt or what?
I didn't get if PDP in Edo State is corrupt.
Or not, or what? If they are not corrupt, what are they? If they are not corrupt?
PDP in Edo State is not corrupt. I want to say this. If you write an exam and you score 70 over 30, it means you have passed. If you write an exam, you score 30 over 100. You score 70 over 100. It means you have passed. If you write an exam, you score 30 over 100. It means you have failed. Who in PDP is in government from the legacy PDP? The people running the Edo State government now, yes, on the auspices of the People Democratic Party, but they have the APC extraction.
No, so, it's already, no. We don't dwell on the past. We are dwelling on the current situation.
Yeah. Yes, that's where I'm going to. So PDP.
It's a simple answer. Is PDP corrupt or what?
PDP is not corrupt. PDP is not corrupt.
What did you call it?
PDP at the present
the situation we are right now, what did you call it?
We are in a crisis level where the legacy majority are not in government. Only the minority.
PDP are in a crisis legacy.
Yes, we are with the legacy part of the party, and of course the new entrants. We are having internal crisis. So the new entrants are the one running the government. So all questions that borders on corruption should be charged to them. Maybe perhaps mega comrades should call on Aslemo Jesua to come and answer questions. You can call on if they have the mind, you can call on Barrister Oge to come to the PFN to come and answer questions.
If you wasn't going somewhere right now, I would have called on Aslemo Joshua, but you have a place you are going. Go ahead.
Definitely, if he sees my face on camera, he will run. He won't stay.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, caller.
Yeah, because I felt that Obaseki bought the position from PDP in Edo State because there were people before him. There were people on ground before he came in. So all of a sudden, he became the flag bearer of People Democratic Party. I said it was what? And that is corruption. There were people on ground before him.
Yes.
That is the reason why he's behaving not to the people.
If you, I think you